Good morning, people of YouTube. It's GAMEZOMATIK, and I'm back with another pickup video. So, drinking the good old root beer, which is the only drink that I can buy in this house. No, if you buy like 6 cans of Coke in this house, or 7-Up or whatever, and you put them in the fridge, you can guarantee you'll go down about 3 hours later and then it'll all be gone because the kids pinch them all, or the missus drinks it. But with this stuff, root beer, I'm the only one who likes it. So and the only place I can find that sells it is Asda, and went there, got a 6-pack of root beer about 4 days ago, and no one has touched it. It's just lying there in the fridge because I'm the only one who likes it. Hence why I buy root beer. Tastes like Germaline. Horrible, but I thought I like it, but everyone else thinks it's horrible. So yeah, pickups. Yeah, I was gonna try and do a shorter pickup video this time, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one because there is quite a little bit of stuff to get through. I'll either split it in 2, or maybe I won't, and I'll just go back to the old thing. It depends. We'll just see how it pans out and how quick I can get through them, because there is quite a bit of stuff to get through, and it's quite a mixed bag as well of a bit of everything. Now the last pickup video I did, I mentioned that the day after I was going to a car boot, and I said if I got anything at the car boot I'd come on and do a pickup video. So this is it really. I was going to do it sooner than this. Actually, I tell a lie, I did actually record that car boot pickup video, but when I watched it back, I had problems with the sound on it. My microphone has been going out of sync with the video. I don't know why. I've been having problems with it. But I'm now capturing through a different program. It seems to be okay at the moment, sorted. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll all work out alright. So yeah, some of these I did do a pickup video for, but I've had to redo it. So yeah, I went to the car boot. I don't normally get to go to that many, but I was lucky. I went to 2. I think it was the week before last. On the same day. Hopefully it's Saturday now. I hopefully will be going to one tomorrow morning if I can be bothered getting up early enough. I did get up early this morning, so I'd be tired tonight, so I could get up early tomorrow, if that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, I'm just going to crack on with it because there's quite a bit to get through. These aren't all car boot. As I go through them, I'll just say what they are and stuff. I normally have them in piles of format, if you like, so I'll go like, PSP, but they're just mixed up today. I've just thrown them all on the bed, so I'm just going to go through them as I do. So yeah, first pickup was SOCOM Tactical Strike. I've been after this. This is the only PSP one I didn't have, so I've got the full set now. And I didn't go out to buy it or anything specifically. I just happened to see it somewhere. I actually can't remember where I got this from now. I think it was a Cash Generators or something like that. I think it was about 50p. But yeah, so I love the SOCOM games, and this is the only one. This one's a little bit different, I believe, the gameplay on it. I haven't played it yet, but I do like the SOCOM games, and this is the only one that I didn't have. Another thing I picked up, this was from a charity shop. This was £1. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, sort of the strategy guide. Really good nick, actually. I won't go out my way to buy these, but if I see them cheap, I'll pick them up. So yeah, and this is I have never actually seen this one, so there's not many kind of DS games, I suppose. Well, this is actually the PSP version. Yeah, it says on the front covers PSP. There's not many strategy guys out just for like PSP games, so I thought I'd pick that up because I've got a couple of other Grand Theft Auto strategy guides. So that's another thing I've got. This was at a Cash Converters. I picked this up. This was £3, and that is Roller Coaster Tycoon 3D for the 3DS. Actually pinched I think I might have mentioned it on my last pickup video. Actually pinched my little boy's 2DS off him. because he hasn't been using it much since he got a PS Vita, and he hasn't really been using the 2DS. So I've been pinched that off him and bought a couple of games for it, and this is one of the games I've been playing. It's kind of a scaled down version of Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it's fairly decent, and it was definitely worth the money. Like I said, it was about, I think it was £3.99 or £3, I can't remember, but yep. Picked this up. This was in a cash converters, and it was reduced to £8. And this, I'm a big fan of the series, and I didn't have this version of it. And as I said on the couple of videos back, I've really been trying to get more Vita stuff because I love the PlayStation Vita, but it's really hard to get all the stuff. But I love this series of games, and I'll be honest, I didn't even know it was out on the Vita. I hadn't really realised, and that is Disney Infinity 2 for the Vita, which you get the black Spider-Man. You get this set piece, which I've already got. And it's really cool actually, because it links up to the base is different. This is the base for it, and it's like a Bluetooth. It's wireless base. You can charge it up, and it's Bluetooth. The only thing that slightly annoyed me about this was I thought this base would work with the PS4 version, and you could link it up, and that would save me having kind of the wired PS4 Infinity base out all the time. But it doesn't work, which is, I don't know why. It actually connects to the PlayStation 4, but it won't show up in the game, so which is a bit disappointing. But it's nice to have a copy of it on the Vita, and it runs really well as well. So what else have we got? Like I said, I'm going to keep this one fairly short. Right, these are some of the games that I got at the car boot. So yeah, one guy there, he had a piece of tarpaulin out, loads of different stuff. He had like DVD just thrown on this tarpaulin actually. He had DVDs, CDs, broken CDs, and a couple of games. So I was rooting through, and I picked these two up. So the first one is the Red Star, which is a game I've never played. It's actually immaculate condition, this. As you see, it's complete, it's got everything in it. I think it's kind of it says on the back a cross between Streets of Rage and Ikaruga, so that sounds pretty cool. I haven't had a go on it yet, but I just like the cover, and it looks like an interesting game. So I like sort of side scrolling beat 'em ups, and this is what this is. So yeah, the Red Star. And the other game I got, which is a game actually I've been after for quite a bit on the PlayStation 2, and again the cover and the manual are really in good condition, the disc not so much. Before I show you the game, I'll show you the disc. The disc is in absolutely terrible condition. It's not like the worst I've ever seen, but it's scratched to hell. Loads and loads, I don't know if you can see it, loads of surface scratches and things on it. But I've been after the game, and when I got it home and I tried it, it works absolutely fine. And that is Sniper Elite for the PlayStation 2. So if I see another copy of this with a better disc, I might pick it up. But the box and manual are immaculate, so it's just that the disc that's a bit fucked on it. So yeah. A couple more things I got at the car boot. This was £1. This is the version I'd been after, LA Noire. This is the complete edition. I think the guy wanted £1.50 for it. I offered him £1 and he took it. So this is great because it's got all the DLC on it and everything. And it's a game I've never finished. I played this game a couple of times now and I've never got around to finishing it. So I really want to have another go at that. Game I've been meaning to pick up but never got around to it. This was 50p. Boom Blocks. Yeah, it's kind of a puzzle game. It's a bit like Jenga but on the Wii. Yeah. I don't know. It says a Steven Spielberg game. I don't know what he did on it because it literally is just sort of Jenga with animals, but yeah. This was £1. I did have this on the PlayStation 2 originally, but I wanted the 360 version, obviously graphically better, HD. It's one of my favourite racing games. It's Need for Speed Carbon. This is Collector's Edition, and this is complete. Got both the discs in it. The only thing that's missing out of this is the it came in a cardboard case, but I can live without that. I'm not a massive collector of 360 stuff anyway, so I can kind of live without it. But I love this game. It's one of my favourite racing games, Need for Speed Carbon. I think this is one of the best ones they did. There was another guy there selling. He was selling a load of PS3 games off. So I got these. If I can just find the other one, there was 3 of them. What was the other one? Can't find the other one now. Maybe I haven't got it out. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I think he was selling them for £1 each, but I managed to get all these 3 for £2.50. So, Resident Evil 5, the Gold Edition, which is again got all the DLC on it, which is what you want. You know, if you're going to get an edition, you want to try and get the one that's got everything on it. And then, yeah, this was a bundle of 3. Mind Jack, which is not the greatest game in the world. I actually still thought this game was okay. It was a little bit bland, but it's one of those games that got really slated, and it wasn't really half as bad as they said it was. It wasn't brilliant, but it wasn't that bad either. And this was sealed. This was even factory sealed. I've actually taken the seal off. Tron Evolution, which is again isn't the greatest game in the world, but you know, if you get 3 games for £2.50, you can't really complain about it too much, especially PS3 games. So. This I got in game. This was on offer for £1.99. I did have the PS4 version of this, but I think I traded it because I wanted some store credit on CX, and I'd seen this. It's Borderlands the pre-sequel. I'm quite happy to play this on PS3. It doesn't bother me that it's not on PS4. So, I really love the Borderlands games, but it's one of those series, I really love it, but I hope they don't make another one, because I think they'll kill it if they just keep making them. I think, you know, they've made, was it 3 now? And I think that's it. Just leave it at that. Anyone who's watched my last video knows I'm kind of on the hunt for all the SpongeBob games. Big fan of SpongeBob. I think I've only got a couple more to get on the PS2, but these were the car boot as well, so I got SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and Lights Camera Pants, which apparently is one of the best ones. It's like all party games and things like that, and mini games. I did have a quick go on this. There was like a game where you have to cook burgers and then pass them over to Squidward, and he dish them out to tables. It was like a mad frantic sort of order up type game, and that was a lot of fun. So I need to have another bash at this and try some of the other games on it. Another PS Vita game I got this because it was an offer in Argos, and I've been after it for a while. Tearaway. I was torn whether to get this. You see what I did there? Tearaway. I was torn whether to get this on PS4 or the Vita edition, but having done a little bit of research, apparently the Vita edition is the better edition because it utilises all the features of the Vita, such as the touchscreen. I know it does on the PS4 as well, but apparently it's just better on the Vita. So yeah. These were cash converter pickup. No, this was car boot. This was £1. Tenchu Z. Love the Tenchu games. Love stealth games, and you know what's better than being sort of a kick-ass ninja. And also got Flat Out Ultimate Carnage, which I got from cash converters for £1. Love this game. Did used to have it years ago. I must have got rid of it and traded it at some point. So I'm really made up to pick that up again. Used to have a lot of fun with this game. It's rock hard though. The kind of stunt modes are really a lot of fun in it, but the actual racing modes in it, they're really, really tough. It's one of those where like a car will beat you by a millisecond. Like, another big pile here. These again just cheap charity shops, 50p, hurdy-gurdy. I picked this up because I saw it on another channel, Gamer Geek World. Yeah, he picked it up and he said it was really good, so I thought I'd pick it up and give it a go. It's kind of if I want to gather, it's a kind of herding simulator of something, or it's a bit of a strange game, but yeah, thought I'd give it a go. This was a charity shop for £1. Crash Mind Over Mutant. I probably would have preferred to get this on the 360, obviously better graphically, but I'm quite happy to pick it up on the PS2, so just to have a copy of it. This was 50p at the car boot. Don't know anything about this game. I just got it because it was a original Xbox game that I hadn't got and I hadn't heard of, so it looked interesting. Now it's Future Tactics. I haven't played it yet, so if anyone knows anything about this game and whether it's any good or not, let me know in the comments below. Future Tactics. Another Cash Converters game. Earth Defense Force 2025. I love the old Earth Defense Force games, even though they're all exactly the same. Every game is just, you're thrown into a city, there's a shitload of insects there, massive insects killing everyone, and you've got to just go in and blow them all away. But I just like them, so yeah, Earth Defense Force 2025. I've been after these two games for ages, so I picked these up. I have got these back on PC, but I wanted them on console, and I've been playing the first one again. I'm absolutely really loving it, and that is Overlord Raising Hell. I think that was £1 I picked that up for. It was on sale in Game or something, actually. It was only £1. And so I picked up Overlord 2 as well, because if I'm getting the first one, I'll get the second one as well. So Overlord and Overlord 2. Love the Overlord games. Only a couple more. I said this would be a quick video, or I hoped it would be. Yeah, Funky Barn for the Wii. I just got this because it was cheap. I think, yeah, again, it was another cash converter or cash generator sort of pickup. I think it was about, it was £3 or something. It's like a farm sort of building game, but it's all cartoony graphics. It reminds me a little bit of Farm Frenzy. I don't know if everyone played that on the iPad or the phone or whatever, but it's very similar to that. I haven't really got into it too much yet, so I'm going to have to sit down and have another proper go on it. But yeah, Funky Barn. And this game I got from Argos. This is again another one that was on offer, so I bought it. I've been dying to play this for ages. It is part of the Selects collection, but I'm not that bothered. Zelda Link Between Worlds. Out of all the Zelda games, this is the one that I fancied playing the most, because I just like the idea that you can go sort of on the wall. As you can see, it kind of goes flat. You can see that it kind of goes flat against the wall, and then it can move along to find secret rooms and stuff, and then come back out the wall. I thought it was a really cool idea. And I've started playing this a couple of days ago, and it's absolutely brilliant. I can't put it down. I actually preferred it to some of the other Zelda games I've played, so yeah, really good. And this one, this is a game. I got this because I knew it had terrible reviews, but I just fancied playing it. So I picked this up, and that is Home from the Revolution. What can I say about this game? I really like this game. I think it's really good, but it's an absolute buggy mess, even on the PS4. It's a really, I mean, I don't know why the actual game got slated, because I think the game itself is pretty decent. You know, you're sort of in the middle of this kind of, you know, the North Koreans have taken over America, and you're part of this revolution that's got to take back areas of the city, and it's very much sort of like Far Cry, where you've got to kind of go to certain areas on a map and then take over strongholds and things like that. And you know, there's loads of good weapons in it, but the only thing is, it's absolutely full of bugs. And I got about 15 hours into it. I've taken over quite a bit of one section of the map on it, and started on another section. I've done quite a few story missions. I'd nearly got a full set of guns on it. And then I got to this story mission where I had to go and get some parts for someone, and then take them back to this base. And I got back to the base, and the girl I was supposed to speak to, give the parts to in the story, was in the basement. And I went down the stairs, and the door was shut, and there was I couldn't get through the door. There's a bug in the game, it won't let you progress the story. It was literally a game-breaking bug, so I literally had to wipe my save off and start all over again. So I've started it again. Hopefully, when I get to the same point, when I get up to that story again, I just pray to God that the same thing doesn't happen. But other than that, it's a really good game. If it hadn't have been so buggy when it was released, I thought it was a fairly decent game, and I'm really quite enjoying it. And it must be pretty good, because even when that happened, I started it again. I didn't just go, oh, fuck this, I'm not playing this or whatever. I have started it again because I do want to progress through the story, because I was enjoying it. So yeah, it's kind of worth getting, but wait till it's fixed. That's all I can say. And finally, just a couple of PS1 games. Some of these, again, I got the car boot and some various other places. There was a guy there, he was selling loads of little game stuff. But he had these, so I picked these up. I think these were £1 each. So, got hard driving. I got this game because, not because I wanted it, but because I heard it was one of the worst games ever made, and I kind of just had to see with my own two eyes whether it was as bad as everyone said it was. And I actually don't think it is the worst game. It's not nowhere near like the worst game I've ever played. It's not great, but it's not the worst. That's Bubsy 3D. Yeah, this game apparently is one of the worst games ever made. Yeah, it's not. Like I said, it's not amazing, but it's okay. It's just. Well, it's not even okay. It is crap, but you know, I think it is just like 50p or something. So, and he also have this in Cold Blood, which is by the same people or developer that made Broken Sword. I have actually been had an eye out for this for a while, but didn't want to pay much for it. This was £1. It's really good condition as well. And the last 3 games I got from a charity shop just the Thursday gone. And this is why, you know, this is like another good example of why we, if you like, why we do it as collectors. Of why sometimes you go into a charity shop or a car boot or something and you find something that you really want, or you've been after for a while for next to nothing. And I went into a charity shop. It was a British Heart Foundation shop. No, it wasn't British Heart Foundation. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, it was Cancer Research shop, and they don't normally have any games in this shop. I go there every week. They never have anything. British Heart Foundation, they're getting onto the prices. Some of their games are going up and up and up. I've noticed that. But this particular charity shop was, I think it was Cancer Research or something, went in. They never really have anything, but I always look. Normally FIFA, things like that. But they had a couple of PS1 games, and 2 of these games I've been after for ages, but didn't want to pay much for them because I'm tight arse. So the first game I got, which is not one, this isn't the one I've been after, but I saw it and I wanted it because I did used to have it years ago. I'm a big fan of the series. Is Evil Dead, Hail to the King, and I've actually got the other 2 Evil Dead games that came out on the PS2, and I think I've got them on the original Xbox. So I've got like the full set of Evil Dead games now. Now I did have this years ago on PC, and it was quite a fun game. It's also a Resident Evil type game, but set in the Evil Dead universe. But the only thing is, the control system on it is absolutely dire. It was on the PC. It's slightly better on the PS1, simply because you've got a proper controller. I remember playing it on the PC, and it was just terrible. It was terrible to control him. It's got those old kind of tank controls. But yeah, Evil Dead. That was £1. This next one was £1, and I have been after this game I've been watching this on eBay for about 6 months. This is a sequel, and I've been watching this and the predecessor on eBay, and it never goes down to under about a tenner. And I just don't want to pay that for it. I saw this and it was just like, yeah, I'll have that straight away. It was £1, and that's Pandemonium 2, and it's complete. As you can see, I've got it on. Oh, it's gone off now. It's on behind me there. Been after, and this is the harder of the 2 games to get. Pandemonium 1 is slightly easier to get hold of than this one, so I was absolutely made up to get this game. I've been after this game for ages, and it's a black label, and it's complete, and it's in really good condition. So yeah. And the last game I got, which is another game that I kind of had my eye on for ages. I'm not a massive fan of the series, but I do like this game because it brings back a lot of sort of kind of good memories for me. When I bought my first PlayStation 1 years ago, I got it in a bundle, and I got 2 games with it, And the first game I think I got 3 games with it. And I can't remember what one of them was, but the other game was Worms, and the third game was this one, and that is Final Fantasy VII. And I got this in the Cancer Research Shop, and it was £2, and it's complete, and it's Black Label. So it's the only Final Fantasy game that I've ever really. Oh, before he breaks it. It's the only Final Fantasy game that I've ever really played. And I did like it back, but I never finished it. I'll be honest, I never finished it. It was just too, and I never really understood it back in the day. I wasn't really into RPGs back then. But it's the only Final Fantasy I was ever really vaguely interested in. Everyone says it's the best one, and it probably was the best one. But I never played 8. I don't know why, because I played this, but I never played 8. But yeah, I've just made up to get a copy of it. It's really cheap, so that's going in the collection. The only thing wrong with it is it's got a very slight, I don't think you can see that cut on the box, but apart from that, it's even got its original price on. So, HMV $44.99. So there you go. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, they're my sort of latest collections, the latest additions to the collection. So yeah, thanks for watching, and take care. Please click like, comment and subscribe, and I shall be back with another video soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.